brought them along. 10 magicians, they used to get together in England at a specific inn. And they would get there, and they would have their meeting annually. And 10 magicians, so we're going to count them out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, handsome gentlemen, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 magicians. And they would get together, like I said, once a year at this particular inn. So there's 10 magicians, once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now before they went into their meeting, they would stop in the front and visit the hat check girl, and they would check their hats. So we have their hats also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hats for 10 magicians. Now, would you be so kind as to hold on to the magicians for me? Now, they're in their meeting, and things were going okay. But unfortunately, while the hat check girl was not watching, one of the hats was stolen, leaving 9 hats. She happened to look behind her and noticed that there were only 9 hats. She knew there were 10 magicians, and now she didn't know what to do. She consulted the manager. The manager was most distraught because they had been meeting here for over 100 years, and this was terrible. A missing hat for a magician is terrible. So they Yard detectives, and the Scotland Yard detectives came in, and they looked, and they took fingerprints, and they surveyed everything, but they couldn't figure out who the thief was. Very strange case, because 9 hats, 10 magicians, they didn't know what to do. Well, the meeting went on, and it was about midnight. The doors opened up, and in came the first magician. Would you just deal one magician down there, if you would? He happened to be the Great Slevo. And the Great Slevo looked at the 9 hats. He saw the crying hat check girl. He saw the distraught manager and the detectives, and he knew that something was wrong. He said, "Don't worry, I will solve this case. I'll be over here. I will not take my hat when I leave the meeting. I will solve this case for you, the hat check girl." He gave her a little pat on the cheek. "Listen to what I say," he said. Very important. The second magician came out. The second magician picked up his hat and left. The third magician came out, picked up his hat, and left. And likewise, the fourth magician picked up his hat and left. And the fifth magician picked up his hat and went home. There was a slight pause. Then the sixth magician picked up his hat and went home. And likewise, the seventh magician picked up his hat and went home. The eighth magician picked up his hat and went home. The magician picked up his hat and went home. Slevo saw that there was only one hat there. He said, "Well, there were 10 magicians, there are only 9 hats, but I have a hat and I'm going home with it." And Scotland Yard to this day has not solved the case of the 10 magicians and only 9 hats, and yet everyone went home with a hat.